Hello. Um, Here we are. This special preview show of Mandalorian season 2. Very excited for this. Yeah, so we're just trying kind of just getting this started a bit, figure this whole thing out. We're not streaming on Twitch. I'm just gonna start recording this. I'm gonna be uploading this as a podcast also. Welcome to the Mandalorian podcast. I'm your host, Drew Ratch, and today this is a live show we're talking about. We're doing a live podcast talking about this special 2 of Star Wars Mandalorian that dropped during Monday Night Football this past week. We are talking about all my predictions for Season 2 of The Mandalorian and your predictions as well. It'd be great. And we're taking a look back at the first season, which I had the wonderful opportunity to rewatch this past week. And man, it's such a good show. It is just such a good show. Yeah, I'm just so excited to get to do this show with everyone. So, we're not live streaming on Twitch right now because I couldn't really. So I come up here to do this. We're like 10 minutes later or something. I come up here to get the stream ready, and my restream just isn't really working. So, yeah, that's just not working right now. So, yeah, I don't know why. I'm gonna try and fix it before next week, so you guys can all check that. So I can hopefully I'll be putting out an announcement where we're doing I'm just to say we're doing the Twitch stuff. So yeah, we're doing that. Let's just get into some of this news right now. I'm so excited to be doing this live show. We got 2 people watching our live right now. So thank you. My chat's not working. My live chat isn't really working. Let's see if I can try and edit that just real quick. Hang on. Let's just see if we can try and fix this a bit. It's not made for kids. There we go. Let's see if I can fix this chat so that we can, because I'd love to hear your thoughts for the show. Here I'll have chat details. If you guys can't tell, I've never done a there we go. The chat should be working now. So I'm just watching. Oh, okay, there we go. So there is the chat. I'm just gonna type something in the chat so you guys see that. If you wanna say something, that'd be great. All right, there we go. So yeah, we're all right. Let's just get right into some of this news. So first news we got, well, we got some pretty cool news actually. I got my Star Wars news pulled up. So let's talk about not the Mandalorian news first, because I feel like it's gonna take a while. So we got some reports from the Bespin Bulletin Instagram account. Star Wars Andor supposed to start shooting November 4th, like this November 4th. It's not like when, because they were already in pre-production. They were already in pre-production on the series when COVID hit. So this isn't pre-production. They've finished pre-production for this show. Like, you can expect, like, cameras rolling, like Diego Luna is like saying Star Wars words on November 4th. That's awesome. That's really exciting. Cassian Andor is my favorite Star Wars character from my favorite Star Wars movie, Rogue One. So I'm just insanely excited for this series to come to Disney Plus. What else do we have? We got some other news. Ewan McGregor has said that he tried on the Kenobi costume like during production on The Mandalorian is what he said, which is awesome. That's so exciting. Yeah, like he said a couple months ago, he was on like a talk show, and he said that he was He did say that he was like working, like he did watch the Mandalorian to get ready for Kenobi. Like he wanted to know like what was like how Disney's handling these live action Star Wars series. That's very exciting. It's so cool that they're doing this. These live action shows now, because I feel like we deserve this as fans. I feel like we really deserve just some live action Star Wars television. What else do we have? Oh yeah, John Boyega. Yeah, more John Boyega news. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. He's speaking about he's speaking out. And that's good. Like now that like the trilogy's over, we got to really just see more of what John Boyega. We got to see more of like what he was doing, or we get to like hear his real thoughts. Because you know how it works. Like they're promoting the movie, and it's all about like, oh, this is the best Star Wars anyone's ever made. So John Boyega has come out and he's talking like he would love to see, like he loves the Mandalorian, and he says that he would love to see his Finn's character arc from Colin Trevorrow's Duel of the Fates in a television series or an animated series. I think that'd be great. Like I'd love to, like Marvel is doing a what if series on Disney Plus. I'd love to see a Star Wars what if show. I think that would be so cool. I'd love to see a, just like we could just get like a few episode long arc of just like Duel of the Fates. That would be awesome. That's what we need. That's just what we need to just gotta see it. Just show us like an alternate universe thing. And then he also said that his Star Wars castmates have reached out to him following his criticisms of the sequel trilogy. He said, full support. I got a text message from Daisy. I mean, we talk all the time. But to be fair, I'm really close with my castmates, specifically Oscar, Daisy, myself, and Kelly all had very loving and transparent conversations that I will never forget for the rest of my career. We were all already speaking about things. So me saying this wasn't really a shock to them. They did text me to say they support me. So now we really just have like confirmation that nobody really, that Rise of Skywalker was not really the ending that any of the sequel actors wanted, really. I can see that. I feel like, oh man, like we were like we've seen the concept art from Duel of the Fates. We know that we were gonna get like Finn leading a stormtrooper uprising. Like that would be so cool. I'd love to see that. Just oh, man, that was just such a waste opportunity. I thought they were doing that. I thought like they were setting that up. Like they were setting that up. Like we had all those scenes on Endor with Finn and Jana talking about their experiences, about how they were conscripted as kids to the First Order. Like I'd love to see that. Just that concept. Like there are all of these deleted scenes for Duel of the Fates that Disney has. They're in the book. They're in the book. We need to see the book. Seriously. Or we have the book. We just need to like see actually like what they could do with it. I'd love to see what they could do with it. So yeah, let's get into some of this Mandalorian talk now. So you guys are here for. Let's talk about this teaser. So I got this teaser. All right. Let me just find it real quick. Pull it up. I can't play the audio because this is a live stream like I do with the other like I do on the other trailer breakdowns. I can't do that, but I can go just shot by shot. I have put the link in the podcast description episode, so you can check that out there. And if there is a if it is choppy for the live stream, that's fine. I'm recording this for a podcast right now. I'm recording this for a podcast. For some reason, YouTube like isn't taking my microphone. I don't know why they're not doing that, but they are. They're not. So I would. So yeah. I honestly think the best experience would be listening in the podcast form. And maybe just also chatting. Also, just listen to it twice. Just watch the live stream and then listen to the podcast. Do that. Please do that. All right. Let's find this. All right. Mandalorian season 2. All right. This aired Monday. All right. Special look. All right. Oh, yeah, sound. October 30th. Rusty brings him back to his kind. If I can locate the other Mandalorians, they can guide me. Okay, this isn't really working. You guys know this is just all a work in progress. So I guess for these live shows, I'm not going to be doing how I usually do it. We're not going to be playing the trailer and then talking about it. I guess we'll just break it down right now. So let's start at the beginning. So we see the Lucasfilm title card. X-Wing pilot says, Razor Crest, stand down. All right. You could see this thing we saw in the last trailer. Din Djarin is. Oh yeah, I should say just full spoiler alert for first season. If you've not seen the first season, I don't know what you're doing with yourself. This just first season was so good. Yeah. So just go watch The Mandalorian. You got a couple days. StarWars.com has announced today that they're doing a that they're gonna be doing like 2 episodes a day starting Monday, just to break down the first season. They're rewatching it. If you've not seen The Mandalorian, okay. If you haven't seen The Mandalorian, here's how I would watch it. I've got all scheduled out in like a 3-day binge. Of course, you can do it all in one day. I'm not here to tell you how to watch The Mandalorian. It just whenever I rewatch it, I take 3 days for the first season. Day 1, you just watch the first 3 episodes because that's like one movie. That's like one episode. That's like one arc of Clone Wars. You know how Clone Wars would have the how they would do arcs like a couple episodes long, like the Mortis trilogy. Just do that. And then episodes 4, 5, and 6 on day 2 because they're so standalone. Just get all those 3. Just get those 3 done. And then episode 6, Yvonne and I both, and you guys can go back and listen to our episode chapter 6 podcast for Mandalorian last year. We both love that episode. I love that episode. I don't understand people that don't like The Prisoner. That is such a good episode. And then on day 3, watch episode 7 and 8. That's kind of just like the end of. That acts as the end of the season because it is the end of the season. But we'll see what happens. Season 2 next week. So excited for that. All right, October 30th. Din Djarin is back on Navarro. We see he says, "I'm here on business. I need your help." Cara Dune looks the same, and it looks Navarro looks like it back in that in those first couple episodes of the show before Moff Gideon and the client took over. Yeah, it's as Grief Karga would say, it's very respectable again. And he looks a lot like Lando did in Solo. He looks a lot like Lando. Just of the clothes he's wearing. I really like it. I like this look for Carl Weathers. There's Baby Yoda. And Quested brings one back to his kind. Here we go with Tatooine. If I can open the Mandalorians, here he is. The Razor Crest just keeps breaking. It's like the Enterprise from Star Trek. You guys see this shot again of this Cyclops. Is that what they're called in Greek mythology? Cyclops. Wherever I go, he goes. I almost wonder if this is gonna be like the first scene. Here's this troop transport. I really like that. This is. Do we see this in Rebels? If there's anyone in the chat, please tell me if this is like the same kind of transport we saw in Rebels. I think it is. You see these two bike scouts right here. They're You're on Navarro also. There's this guy again. The Mithril. What's his name? I don't remember. He was played by, I don't remember. And I just rewatched the show. A comedian. This guy would just, I don't know. He was fine. He just felt. You guys remember Nick and I talking about this in the series premiere episode. He was like all just. It felt very fan film. It just felt a lot like a fan film. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like the Vader fan film was awesome. I don't know if you guys saw, but today Star Wars Theory uploaded Vader episode 2 was supposed to start shooting this summer, but obviously it couldn't. So he made like a $0 version of it when they did like completely for free. He couldn't so he couldn't cast anybody. There's a really great part in it where he's talking to Asme Swindu, and Vader's like, turn around. And he's like, I can't. I don't want to get canceled. That was just so funny. So it's funny. So let's just get back to Mandalorian. This guy's back. I don't know why he's here. Peridian says, woo. Baby Yoda. I could just look at Baby Yoda all day. Man. Baby Yoda's awesome. If we just get a Baby Yoda, once the Mandalorian is over, if we just get a Baby Yoda series, it'd probably just be really, really bad, but the fact that it's Baby Yoda would probably just save it from cancellation. It'll last 10 seasons. Not gonna lie. His ears perk up. Grief Karga's back on the guns on this troop transport, I think. I think that's what we're gonna say this is. TIE fighters. Din Djarin says, here we go. Yeah. Disney Plus. All right. So we now know that that they are doing that, that's how they're gonna tie it in. We've heard reports of Sabine and Bo-Katan. We know that he's looking for other Mandalorians, which is just so insanely exciting. We're getting we're just gonna get this season's gonna be just so much more connected than last season was to the universe, and not that there's anything wrong with that. I really enjoyed last season. It just wasn't too connected, I think, to the larger Star Wars galaxy, and I really enjoyed that. But I think that maybe getting a bit more connected in season 2, now that fans are really just on board with the series, would be great. So let's get into some predictions that I have for season 2. Where did I write down my? All right. I think I've only come up with one actual prediction. Now I wrote it a month and a half ago, almost 2 months ago, and now I'm not quite sure if this is gonna happen or not. All right. So I was rewatching Rebel season 3. Sabine will quote Ursa Wren's statement about the Darksaber to Moff Gideon. About Ursa Wren just says something like, you can't lose it or else you'll lose your head. Just something along that lines. Something along the lines of that. Or something you have to keep it along with your head. And then she will behead Moff Gideon. I don't think that's going to happen now because Giancarlo Esposito said that he was not, because he said that he was going to be in Mandalorian season 3 and 4 if they happen. The season 3 is supposed to start shooting pretty soon. So exciting. So exciting. Yeah, I'm gonna say that that's not gonna happen, but then again, we've been just super wrong before. Like, just saying things that aren't good. Like, we've just been like, I have to go back and listen to like my Rise of Skywalker predictions episode because I want to just hear how many things I got wrong. I'm really interested in hearing that. Not to mention that was almost a year ago, so my voice was like a little kid. Um. So yeah. Also, so yeah, I don't really. I guess any real predictions I have. If I'm gonna, or assuming that like these Ahsoka rumors are true, I'd say that she shows up in episode 5 in chapter 13 because that's the Dave Filoni episode, and like he brought Ahsoka to life. I can't imagine them not. I can't imagine any other director using it, like bringing Ahsoka to live action other than Dave Filoni. So, you just. I'm gonna assume it's chapter 13. That's season 2, episode 5. The episode that's gonna air November 27th, 2020. Yeah. So if we're to assume that, like looking back at the production schedule for Mandalorian season 1, they started shooting October or so, 2019 or 2018. The season premiere November 2019. Again, they had to wait a bit for Disney Plus to launch. So if we're assuming, so there are reports saying we're getting the Bad Batch in the summer, the animated series. I have a feeling we're getting Andor season 1 next fall. I do not think that there's going to be a season of The Mandalorian next year. Unless it starts like in like December, I can't see it happening. They're supposed to start shooting by the end of this year. I can't see us getting a full 8-episode season of Mandalorian next year. I think maybe like January or February is more likely. So we'd have Bad Batch in the summer, Andor in the fall, and then in early 2022, we'd be getting Mandalorian season 3 and the Kenobi series. It'd be so cool, man! I'm so excited for that Kenobi series. So yeah, that's just what I think we're gonna be getting. Of course, there are so many other Marvel and Star Wars shows we're gonna be getting soon. We know that now we're getting like certainly with WandaVision or Mandalorian, we're getting like a continuous flow of Disney Plus originals. That's like a live stream every Friday. That'd be so cool. I'd be so excited. I'd be so happy to do a live stream every Friday. Yeah. So just let me know if you guys want me to do a live stream every Friday night or Saturday, whatever. So let's take a look back at The Mandalorian. I don't think this is gonna be too long. I love this show. I've seen I binged the full season 3 times. Binged it once in December after the finale aired. I binged it about a month ago, and I binged it this week. I love how episodic this show feels. It's like it's a serial. It's what Star Wars was made to be. Was like George Lucas was raised on these like Saturday morning serials, and he wanted that for Star Wars. So he wanted to do that. We finally get that with Mandalorian. I love like the episodic nature to it. I love like I'm really scared as a Marvel fan that these Disney Plus shows we're getting are going to be like a 6-hour movie. Like Marvel Netflix shows, that's what their biggest problem was. Like they'd all like most of them were like really good until episode like 7 or 8. And then like the rest of the season was like just terrible, except for Daredevil. Daredevil was always awesome. But I'm just like, and again, those were like 13 episodes instead of like 6 like we're getting on Disney Plus for the Marvel stuff. So that's fine. But I just really love how episodic Mandalorian feels. And I really hope we get to continue that this year. Something I noticed was in the season finale, we get the backstory of Din Djarin, and we get to see him like we see like the Death Watch member like pick him up and like take him off into space. Or not into space, but like out of the battle. And then we get a mirror of that later, like shot for shot. Taika Waititi does an outstanding job in directing Thor Ragnarok 2, and then I haven't seen Jojo Rabbit yet. I'm probably gonna watch it this Christmas or something, because on HBO Max in America. To Jojo Rabbit, to the Mandalorian finale, and now he's getting a Star Wars movie, and he's doing Thor 4. Taika saved the Thor franchise. Taika will absolutely save the Star Wars franchise, I think, with just delivering just a solid movie. I'm just so pumped for all the Star Wars we're getting soon. And like the shot of Baby Yoda just flying off just completely mirrors that of Din Djarin as being taken by the Death Watch member. Like, if you have not, like, just go back and like rewatch Chapter 8 Redemption for just to see that, and it's just really good. It's so good. I kind of forgot about the whole Boba Fett tease in Chapter 5, the Gunslinger. The episode ends, and then then we cut back to like Fennec Shand, Ming-Na Wen's character, just laying on the ground at night. We hear like Mandalorian boots like walk up and sit down. Like last time we saw Boba Fett, he was on Tatooine. In canon, the last time we heard, like, there was a sheriff who Timothy Olyphant is rumored to be playing, who took Boba Fett's armor. Who is let me see if I can figure it out. Timothy because he's been seen on set wearing Boba Fett armor. Cobb Vanth. He was like a sheriff of like a town on Tatooine, and he found the Mandalorian, or he found the Boba Fett Mandalorian armor just like off in the, just like by the Sarlacc pit. And then he's been going by the name Boba Fett for, at this point, about 4 years after the Aftermath trilogy books, which are canon. And like, that is like such a Mandalorian episode that I could totally see us getting. I can totally see Din Djarin going and like helping Boba Fett just reclaim his title, you know? And then he can just be like a bigger player in season 3. I feel like it's going to be the same thing with Ahsoka. I feel like the Ahsoka episodes are going to be like a backdoor pilot for an Ahsoka and Sabine spinoff. Live action or animated. I think probably live action, since it's Rosario Dawson. She's such a huge actress. So, yeah, I can totally see us getting Bo-Katan this season. She was the last person to have the Darksaber. We're going to get her at least in a flashback. I think we'll definitely get her in a flashback this season. But, yeah, man. I am just so incredibly pumped for Friday night. So I should probably say, before I sign off, next Friday, I got a thing on Friday night because it's Halloween. I got some stuff with friends. So I've got the day off school that Friday. So I'm going to be doing the podcast, the live show, noon at 12 p.m. Central. That's 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. That's when I'm going to be doing the live podcast for the season premiere next week. I will not be doing so it won't be a 7 p.m. stream next week. I think it will be whenever I can do it. Maybe some days it'll be like Saturday, but I'm doing my best, at least for Star Wars content and probably also Marvel content, to get stuff done like every weekend to do a live show, because I had a lot of fun doing this. Really excited to do it again. I think it's a great way to just connect with the audience and all of that. So yeah, so thank you guys. Just we are the Mandalorian podcast. You guys can find us on Instagram at Kid Commentaries Network. Please leave a 5-star review on iTunes. We always read 5-star reviews whenever we get them. Also, please send us your podcast feedback to mandalorianpodcast@gmail.com. Send in some Mandalorian feedback like next week, so I can talk about it. I love to talk about feedback like on the show. Also, last year we got a huge spike in listenership when season 1 premiered. Please leave a 5-star review on iTunes. It helps so much. It helps the podcast grow. Like, people will find the show so much easier if we get 5-star reviews. We'll be able to do so much more. The listenership will grow. I'll be able to do more things like this. So please leave a 5-star review. I'm begging you, leave a 5-star review. Trying to think. KidCommentariesNetwork.com is where you guys can find all new episodes of anything from the Kid Commentaries Network. They're all streaming on there all the time. Wow, I just came up with that, and I really like it. I'm going to keep it. Thank you guys so much again for listening. Thank you so much if you checked out the live stream. Thank you guys so much again, and may the 4th be with you.